I heard so long.
So what?
Yeah, I try to keep it
Could you all join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let me in a moment of prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time that we have together tonight, and we just pray for your guidance in all the decisions that are before us. We just pray that what we do and decide is best for the kids, the students, the administration, and the community. And we just thank you for your presence in our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Meeting is called to order at 7:38. The board recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express concerns regarding agenda items. Comments will be limited to board meeting agenda items with a time limit of 3 to 5 minutes. Is there anyone that wishes to make public comment? Okay. Before we get the meeting started, I want to say kudos to the Eastern Green High School Marching Band. I hope that you are in your performance at the state fair. I hope that you are an inspiration to all the folks at the high school to rejoin the band and continue what you guys have started. So appreciate you going up there and representing Eastern Green.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I want to second that. Mr. Kirkendall and I went down to watch you guys. I'm going to tell you something. I've never seen a production that small, but it did not take away from a second from how entertaining it was. I actually kind of thought it was very neat that it was a small production, but yet I got so much out of it. I mean, to me, I could kind of see more of what was going on and the talent displayed from just the instruments, the movements and things like that. I mean, I was 100% proud to be the superintendent at Eastern Green when I saw you guys perform. And I know Mr. Kirkendall feels the same way. So thank you very much for sticking with this and doing such a wonderful job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's recommended that the agenda for the August 9th, 2021 meeting be approved as presented with additions, corrections, or deletions as recommended by the board. Have a motion? Martha Mose, second by Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0. It's recommended that the minutes from July 12th, 2021 meeting be approved as presented. I refresh my memory, who was not able to attend in July?
I was not here.
Okay, all right. So motion by Ron Childress.
I can send it. Mike.
Seconded by Mike Adams.
Mike wasn't here.
Mike wasn't here.
He wasn't
Seconded by
I will second.
Heather.
You were here.
All those in favor? All those abstain? Passed 5-0-2. Approval of claims. It's recommended that the claims numbers 13792 through
13883.
be approved as presented. Have a motion? Mike Adams, second by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Okay. First thing on the docket tonight is I'm asking for permission from the board to advertise the 2022 budget. This is the time where basically I just asked for permission to advertise. It's not ready to advertise yet, but at least they give me permission to advertise once it's ready. Still working on all the paperwork that goes behind the advertisement of that. Just want to make sure all the public knows that we no longer have to advertise that in the local papers. You have to go on to Gateway to find that. So it's a online system through the Department of Local Government and Finance. Actually, if you Google Gateway, I think you'll find it. But that's where you have to go to find all the wonderful numbers that schools get to work with. So we will advertise that here. We have to advertise at least 10 days before our public hearing. Our public hearing will be September 13th, which is a regular board meeting. So I think the very last day, I think, was September 3rd for us to advertise. We will have it advertised before that. But with that, I'm recommending you give me permission to advertise once it's ready.
Do I have a motion? Heather Hudson, second by Sharon Apps. Would it be possible to have a link on our website to Gateway?
Absolutely.
During the time of advertisement?
Yep.
Once it's advertised?
Yep.
All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Next up is a recommendation to approve the attached teacher appreciation grant resolution as presented. We have to do this every year. We have to send it into the state. The state allocates money every year for us to give to teachers as stipends for their performance the year prior. So if they are rated as effective or highly effective, they get a stipend. Within that teacher appreciation grant resolution, it discusses how we will give out that money. Teachers who are highly effective get 25% more than someone who is effective. There's some other things that you can do as far as the money goes. We never take, we never do those things. You can give more money to a teacher that is in their first 5 years. There's one other thing that we don't take advantage of, and just honestly, I think it's pretty fair the way we do it. We always talk with the EGTO about this too, and they're in agreement with the way we do it. So I'm just basically making the recommendation to approve what we've done for years now. So
Do I have a motion? Scott Carmichael, second. Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
thank you. Next up is a motion to approve the 3-year contract renewal from 5-Star Technology Solutions as presented. 5-Star is our technology company that basically takes care of our technology, our infrastructure. They provide us with a Josh Wilder, who is our tech person at school every day. We're actually using ESSER money to purchase a technology coach from them for this year too. So yeah, I'm just making a motion to approve that contract renewal.
I have a motion. Mike Adams, second by Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. Next up, I am making a recommendation to approve a minibus route pay rate. As many of you know, we do use minibuses for some of our transportation routes, and we really didn't have a rate for that like we do for driving a larger yellow bus, more traditional bus. So I worked with Dennis Carter and Kerry Helms to come up with what we felt was a fair route pay for that. It is less than what someone with a CDL would have, because you do not have to have a CDL to drive, or that extra training that a bus driver has to go through to drive a bigger bus. So the recommendation is basically if they drove a full day, a morning route, afternoon route, it'd be $50 for the day, or $25 and $25 if they drove one or the other. So that would be my recommendation.
I have a motion. Sharon Epps, seconded by Martha Marmzay. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
We have some donations of the following: Cascade Metal Design, $5,300 for football equipment. Cascade Metal Design, $300 for football coaches' shirts. EG Football Boosters, $3,000 for the football huddle equipment. Tom and Cynthia Roberts, $50 toward athletics in memory of Rick Hudson. And Amy and Cy Berger, $30 to the band.
I have a motion to approve those donations. Scott Carmichael, seconded by Heather Hudson. Thank you to all the generous donations from those folks. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Now we're on to personnel here. First up, we have a recommendation to approve the resignation of Avery James as first grade teacher.
I have a motion, Mike Adams, second by Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. Thank you to Avery for her years of service to Eastern Green. Next up, recommendation to approve the resignation of Davey Dial as a kindergarten teacher.
Have a motion. Heather Hudson, second by Martha Marmzay. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you once again. Also to Davey, thank you so much for her years of service to, well, she gets to see here. She's here for a year, but thank you for that year you gave us. Next up, a recommendation to approve the resignation of Bridget Jeskowicz as fifth grade teacher.
I have a motion. Sharon Epps, second by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you to Bridget for her years also. Recommendation to approve the resignation of Casey Hall as an elementary instructional assistant.
Have a motion, Mike Adams, second by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Now we have to hire all the people that we just had resignations for, so I'll get into that part. Recommendation to approve the hiring of Brandy Morris as a preschool instructional assistant.
I have a motion. Martha Marmzay, second. Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. Recommendation to approve the hiring of Ashley Ball as a preschool instructional assistant.
Have a motion? Heather Hudson, second by Mike Adams. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. Next up is a recommendation to approve hiring Jennifer Taylor as an instructional assistant in the elementary.
Have a motion? Sharon Epps, second. Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Next up, recommendation to approve the hiring of Danielle Martin as first grade teacher in the elementary.
Have a motion? Mike Adams, seconded by Martha Marmozet. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Recommendation to approve hiring Tasha DeMoss Blevins as a behavior interventionist. This is one of the positions that we are funding through our ESSER money, and she will be housed at the elementary.
I have a motion? Heather Hudson, second by Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Recommendation to approve hiring Jordan Webb as a physical education / health teacher at the middle school.
I have a motion? Sharon Epps, second by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Recommendation to approve hiring Greg Burton as a behavioral interventionist, and he will be shared with the middle school and high school.
Do I have a motion? Ron Childress, second by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Next up, we have a recommendation from the high school to approve the hiring of Carly Hoffman as an instructional assistant.
I have a motion. Ron Childress, second by Mike Adams. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
We do have a few more employment coming up in the late items, but I do want to say real quick, thank you to the administrators. I know you guys took a lot of time finding positions that we lost kind of late in the summer, and we started school with pretty much a full staff, so thank you for the time you took to do that. But I think it also says something about Eastern Green that people want to come here and work because we have good people, so thank you for all of that. Next up, middle school ECA. Recommendation to approve the following ECA coaching hires. Darcy Abel Vine, 7th grade volleyball coach, and Mikhail Bowles as 7th, 8th football assistant coach.
I have a motion. Heather Hudson, second by Mike Adams. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Next up, a recommendation to hire Nathan Martindale to help with supervision of athletic events. He would receive a stipend of $2,000 that will be funded from the current middle school athletic director stipend. Mrs. Yoho came to me and requested this happen. She would like to have some more nights off, and she thought about splitting that up a little bit, and we put it out there to see who was interested, and Nathan was definitely interested, and he will do a great job, and so we're recommending him to help Mrs. Yoho out with that.
I have a motion. Mike Adams, second by Martha Marmozet. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Have a recommendation for the middle school to hire Jamie Robbins as the middle school yearbook sponsor.
I have a motion. Scott Carmichael, second by Sharon Epps. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
We have a recommendation to approve the resignation of David Zorman as assistant football coach and to move Josh Dodds from volunteer assistant coach to paid position, receiving 2/3 stipend of $1,323.33.
I have a motion. Mike Adams, second by Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
We have a recommendation to hire Jamie Maxwell for the dance team coaching position.
Have a motion? Martha Marmazay, seconded by Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Next up is another position that we're funding through our ESSER money, making a recommendation to hire Tina Smith for the new nursing assistant position. Tina comes to us with about 24 years of service as an LPN, so very happy to have that background, have her come to help, and she will be stationed pretty much at the high school helping out there, but can obviously move to other places if we need her for certain things. So it's great to have her there to help Debbie.
Do I have a motion? Mike Adams, second by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0. We're happy to give Nurse Debbie some help.
Yes, absolutely. Next up, we have a recommendation to transfer Kelly Paget from ELC as the director to kindergarten teaching position. This was something that came up very late, but Kelly was more than eager to jump into the role of kindergarten classroom teacher. We're happy that she was willing to take on that position.
Do I have a motion? Ron Childress, second by Sharon Apps. I want to say congratulations to Kelly. I know she's worked a long time towards this.
Yep.
All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Thank you. And then to replace Kelly as ELC director, I'm making a recommendation to transfer Chandra Jackson from ELC instructional assistant to ELC coordinator. We're changing the title to coordinator. I want to say that thank you to Chandra also. She's worked in the ELC for years now, and Kelly has kind of been grooming her in this way to take over some of those ELC roles. So I don't think we're gonna miss a step.
I have a motion. Ron Childress, second by Sharon Apps. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
On to later items. First up is a recommendation to approve the resignation of Rebecca Lloyd as Kids Zone Coordinator effective end of the day, August 20th.
I have a motion. Martha Marmazay, second by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
And thank you to Becca for her service to us at Eastern Green during these times. Next up, recommendation to approve the hiring of Kylie Moreland as an instructional assistant at the elementary.
I have a motion. Ron Childress, second by Martha Marmazay. She's either stretching or motioning.
It was up for one, like,
All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
yeah.
Recommendation to approve the hiring of Tia Paget as an instructional assistant at the ELC.
I have a motion. Heather Hudson. Second. That was Sharon, right?
No, it's me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We don't a lot of life.
I saw an arm go up between you. I couldn't, sorry.
That's okay.
Um, All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Next up is a recommendation to approve the hiring of Rose Engel as a special education teaching assistant at the high school.
Do I have a motion? Sharon Epps. Second by Ron Childress. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Next is a recommendation to approve hiring Todd Inman for a maintenance position. This is another ESSER-funded position that we are looking to add.
I have a motion. Ron Childress, second by Heather Hudson. All those in favor? Pass 7-0.
Thank you. And last late item is a recommendation to approve creating a new ECA fund category for the high school anime club.
I have a motion, Scott Carmichael, second by Sharon Epps. All those in favor? Passed 7-0.
Okay, that is the main agenda items. So up next, we have any discussion and information items. How about we start with elementary? You have anything to report, Mrs. Gibney?
So we've had a busy couple weeks at the elementary school, and I imagine that if you ask anyone in elementary, the staff, that we're sleeping well at night when we go home. So, but July the 29th, our PTO sponsored our back to school bash, and that was a great night. Our students and families had a great time playing games and visiting booths from local community organizations that were there to talk to our kids. And I'd like to thank our teachers. They've been really busy decorating their classrooms, learning how to use their new ViewSonic interactive boards, and we're really thankful for the upgrade from smart boards to ViewSonics because we can see the boards so much better than the ones that we had. August 3rd, we welcomed our kindergarten students and their families into the classrooms at our kindergarten parent night, and we had a great start to our school year on August 4th, and it was nice to see the kids' faces and their smiles, and that was just a great day to see them show up. And then our elementary open house for 1st through 4th grade is August the 12th at 6 o'clock, and parents can start out the evening in the multipurpose room, and then we'll have the opportunity to visit their students' classroom and meet their students' teachers. So, and then picture day is August 19th. So, and then I just want to say some thank yous. I'd like to thank our maintenance and custodial staff. They took great care of the building over the summer. I know they had to do a lot of work installing the ViewSonic boards and working on the classroom. So thank you to that, and school, and we were ready for the start of school. I'm not quite sure how they got that all done. Josh Wilder at 5-Star, he's been amazing. I know he's been coming in and working weekends just to make sure that our teachers' computers were ready to go. He had a lot of work to do, and he's just always has a positive attitude and willing to help out. And then I'd like to thank our teachers, of course, as they've been working really hard to not only get their rooms ready, but develop curriculum and welcome the kids, going through classroom procedures, things like that, hallway procedures, and cafeteria procedures these last couple of days. And I'd like to thank Lisa Childress and Beth Deckard. They have been working diligently to register our students. I'm not quite sure how they can multitask the way that they do, but they never miss a beat, so thank you to them as well. So, thank you.
Come on up, Patrick.
Just want to kind of echo what was said at the beginning. Appreciate Mr. Rodriguez and also all the marching band kids. I live behind the high school, so I see you guys daily out there sweating and working hard. So thank you. Good job, guys. The 5th grade orientation and the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade locker days were wonderful. It was the largest turnout we have ever seen, and we really don't know why, other than everything last year we weren't able to have those, but the 5th grade orientation filled the entire gym on one side, and I've never seen that before. That's just 5th grade, so that gives an example. A lot of people came out, which is really nice. We'll have an open house on Wednesday, August 11th, from 6 to 7 p.m. That open house will be for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Thank you to Josh Wilder and Don Sullivan for all of their work getting us ready for the school year. And guidance, I will say. Thank you to Amy Deckard, Amanda Tiemann, Tessa Wolfer, and Amy Rogers for their work getting students all set up and taken care of during registration. And it was just good to be back with the kids, and I'm excited to have a great school year. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good evening. First off, I just want to tell the marching band, Mr. Rodriguez, just how incredibly proud I am of you. Coming to the school over the summer, pretty much every single time I was there, they were working on their tans. And Mr. Rodriguez got quite the tan. I'm so incredibly proud. When Mr. Provo and I went up and saw you guys, one thing that stuck out to me was because there are so few of you, it would be easier to see the mistakes. And I didn't see mistakes. I saw a band that was just full of pride, and that really blessed me. So I just want to let you guys know how very proud I am. Keep up the good work, and I'm looking forward to next year. On top of that, we also had another student that I wanted to commend. Shelby Martin won Grand Champion Barrow at the 4-H fair up in Indianapolis, so congratulations to her. And now kind of start with my prepared state of the high school address. I'm going to be the long-winded one, so forgive me. So welcome back to school. While every summer to an educator is short, this one seemed to disappear even more so. We've had a great start to our school year. This summer was a busy summer for our maintenance and custodial staff. They've done a fantastic job preparing the buildings for the students. From HVAC filters to waxing floors, our custodial team has done an amazing job, and I'm so thankful for my crew. Maintenance was equally busy with prepared projects, big and small. Here are just a few items these dedicated men have worked on. New signage for the parking lot, HVAC repairs, reinstallation of dry erase boards, ViewSonic installation support, wastewater treatment plants, and more HVAC repairs. It seems like that is an every week issue. So to both of these groups of employees, I want to say thank you. My message to our staff looked a little different from most school years this year. I wanted to draw our attention back to our purpose statement, serving all students today to prepare for tomorrow. We discussed an increased use of data, soft skill development, and increased engagement through technology and with the technology. The tomorrow that we are preparing for looks much different than what we may have anticipated, and so it's my hope to encourage our staff to lead our students to develop skills that 3 years ago we wouldn't have seen as important. Finally, I wanted to start the school year with an encouraging message to our students. Living, working, and going to school in this uncertain time can certainly develop much anxiety. In my style, I shared a life lesson with the students from a Hall of Fame wrestling coach, Tom Dorgan, a man that I know personally as a mentor. One of the main lessons he taught me was to control what you can control. And so while you can't control the homework you're assigned, the mean things that are said to you on social media, or even the uncertainty of the school year, you can control your time management, how you respond to drama, and your preparation moving forward. And so with that, thank you for your time, and looking forward to a good school year.
I just have a couple things. Mr. Kirkendall, thank you for mentioning Shelby. I had my notes to do that also, and it's a funny story. It shows you how small a world it is. So my family, we were actually at the state fair on Sunday, and because my nephew was showing pigs that day too, and so we just gotten back into the swine barn from getting a snack, and they were getting ready to name the champion crossbred barrow, which is what Shelby ended up winning before she went on to the Grand Drive. And as it goes, when they announce that, cheers go up. You can't hear the name of the person that was announced. You just kind of hear cheers. And as Shelby came through, obviously at that point we didn't know it was Shelby. She's rather emotional, she should be after winning. And my daughter looks at her and goes, "She's in my geometry class." And I look at Reese and I said, "Are you sure?" "I'm pretty sure." So she looks her up on Instagram and goes, "That's her right there." So then we had to double check with my father-in-law, who watches the entire show, and said, "Yeah, it was a Martin girl, since she shows in Monroe County." And So it's just a small world that I happened to be there and got to see her at least win a little bit. And then we put the grand drive on the computer because they live stream it at home and got to see her actually win from our house. So congratulations to Shelby. It's a neat thing. We are going to continue with Students of the Month at board meetings in September. We don't do one for August because obviously we just get started, but we'll continue with Students of the Month in September, so we'll have those ready to go. I just want to thank everybody for a great start to the school year. I think we have really gotten back to a good start. We're getting back into our routines, and just thank you to everybody for everything it took to get to this point after a year and a half of major unknowns. And obviously I know we're not out of the woods yet, but at least to get back to a little bit of a normal start is pleasing. So thank you to everybody for that. I think that's all I have at this point.
Scott? Sharon?
Just want to wish everyone a wonderful school year. And may it be as normal, may it be as normal as possible.
With you.
Martha?
Yeah, I guess wishes for a good school year. It always looks wonderful. The floors are always amazing. And their shoes. And I just hope we maintain a healthy school environment, teachers and students alike. I see some people still wearing masks, and I think that should not be discouraged. I appreciate seeing people like that.
Heather?
I second what they've said. It's exciting to see. It's exciting to see the kids back. It's exciting to see the kids excited about being back. It was exciting to hear my son say he was disappointed he didn't have homework his first week. But from the email I saw, he has it this week.
It's just Monday.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, Mom, my teacher probably heard you, didn't she?" I'm sorry. Cover your ears.
Mike? All right. It is recommended that the meeting be adjourned at 8:13. Motion? Scott Carmichael, seconded by Martha Marmazane. All those in favor? Passed.